If I saw this movie last year, it stands a solid chance of being one of my top 10 movies of that year. It is not just an epic, it is a very good epic. Honestly, every time I look back at this video, I find more reason to hate it. I genuinely cannot wait for my top 10 movies of 2025. Welcome to my channel. My name is Joseph and I am the film fanatic. Lisabi, The Uprising is a 2024 historical epic that tells the beginning of the underdog story about the titular character. And in case the title of this film didn't make it clear that this is the beginning of a bigger story, don't worry, the last 30 minutes of this film is essentially a trailer for the sequel. All I can say is, what the hell? After an hour and a half of cinematic genius, it's as if everybody just got tired. The exact moment that this film went sour is when I heard this sound. The thing did not even go down well. Then after that, they just started introducing inconsequential characters and building tension for the wrong fights. They began to build hype for this, forgetting that this is the fight that matters most in this story. I've always said, take every movie or every season of a show as its own body of work. Other parts can be considered on their own and collectively. And the thing is, they almost ruined this film by forcing it to be connected to part 2. Keyword almost. This film is on the same level as Gladiator and something I saw more recently, 1998's Ever After. The production design is not your mate. The opening sequence alone lets us know this well, and at the same time it gives us a wonderful introduction to the story's antagonists and the bigger antagonists. The story in itself is long-winded like most Nollywood stories, but in this case it ends it. The movie feels intentional. It is supposed to be theatrical. It is supposed to be flamboyant. Just like in Seven Doors, the tone is wonderfully suited and consistent. Niyi Akinmolayan, I hope I did that name justice, is a wonderful filmmaker. He did this historic epic justice. One Nigerian filmmaker I trust for a good musical. See, forget, the film is a vibe and you are definitely going to move your body at some point. The cinematography is amazing. I love how he incorporated the musical numbers. And you can just tell that the same amount of effort and skills that was put into the dance numbers was also put into the fight choreographies. The casting was wonderful. Let's give a round of applause to the people that carried this film. Lateef Adedimeji, Ibrahim Chatta, and Mr. Macaroni. Surprisingly, honestly, they've made a movie star out of this guy. I might have preferred a much younger cast, but then again, that's what people in their 20s probably look like at that time. Speaking of looks, please, let's take a minute to appreciate the costumes and makeup because this is one film set I would have loved to be on. Not only would it have been very wonderful to experience this sort of thing firsthand, but I would have definitely stolen. Even though the pacing was slow, and I did mention that the story was long-winded, it was most importantly consistent and actually allowed for thorough investment in the story and the characters. It worked wonders for characterization on everyone's part and helped establish the depth of the seriousness of the story. With that said, it was a little too rapey for me. Nothing depicted was far-fetched or unrealistic, and I just recently finished an anime called Berserk. Yeah. So I know that sort of barbaric thinking is very common that time. I also don't know the actual story behind Lisabi. I'm learning it from this film, which is something I love to do. I guess at the end of the day, this is their own way of adding shock value because it worked. I was shook. This film also has a bucket full of social commentary and things that are relevant in modern day Nigeria. Let's start with resistance against oppression. I really appreciate a story showing people resisting bad government and exploitation. Rebellion is only seen as a scary thing by incompetent people in power that don't want to be held accountable. This film shows us how a corrupt official could think that it is a right to power and not a privilege to serve. Lisabi is the perfect thematic counter to this because he acknowledges the power of the people. Before he carries the fight to the authorities, he fixes the damages with the power of the community. His leadership and sacrifice is already very admirable. And he also shows a consideration towards the welfare and unity of the people before going to war. I am definitely going to watch part 2 and would love to give a review, but don't hold your breath. I have a lot of interesting videos lined up for you. In conclusion, this is a solid 8. An hour and a half into this film, I was certain it was going to be a 9 until this nonsense. We will stop that nonsense. Please share your thoughts on this film. I would love to know. Did anything I say resonate with you? Did you hate the film and why? Also, let me know your best parts of the film. If you don't have anything to say, comment Lisabi, and I know you're looking forward to my review of part 2. Please, I am begging for you to drop a like. It is literally all you need to do to show your support for my channel and help me grow it. Plus, it means a lot to me. I am obliged to let you know that I am a speculative fiction writer with links to my short stories on my Medium account in the description box. Some of these stories include award-winning Best of a Course, Last to Live, a period piece about migration, and The Second Hand, which I am currently turning into a full feature film script. Check it out and please show my Medium the same love you show my YouTube. If you are new, welcome, and subscribe to stay up to date with my weekly content. Check out my channel for a variety of content and you will definitely see me soon.